I'm on to you, Elaine. And I'm reading this 2 weeks later. What are you reading tonight? Who are we trying to hooligans? Hi, Ben. I just got timed out. Love it. I've never got timed out, and I've been known to just do emojis. I was sending him eggplants yesterday. Like, I'm out of stuff to say. Emoji time. You know, it's you got to get in trouble when StreamYard, tells you to shush effectively. I'm here to spread corruption after dark. Star had to suffer me. What did you do to Dark Star? Ooh, did he shush you, Elaine? Get him. Where were you shushing the dragon, Mother? I introduced you to Chuck Tingle and Smut books. Unboxing. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I got a book on my phone that I've read 2 other in this series, and they were like perfectly tame. This one, not 4 chapters in, and I had to, skim an entire chapter because, well, which role playing game are we going to play today? And ooh, he gave me pancakes, so I have to give him a favor later. I didn't know pancakes equaled one of those. And you're not even 40 pages in. I was bugging about something we also discussed. No, wow. So what's the name? Because these days you gotta have a couple things going. It's been the running joke at work is since they don't give us enough hours, we all gotta start practicing our moves and come up with names. Dealing with the children was very tiring. But hey, at least you don't have them all the time and they're semi-grown at this point. A favor for pancakes. Wow, low standards. Frodo gnome. Oh god. That is wow. Poor Noah, does he know that's the name you've given him? Premium feet content including braided toe. Oh god. Hi, Jenny. Yeah, Elaine tried to spam me before it even started. So I had to hop on earlier. Finish the stat today. Ooh, look at you showing off. I think I managed to read a whole 10 pages in one day yesterday. And now I'm on like 479. So, only like 81 pages to go. Are you ready to bring chaos from earlier? And he doesn't know that's his name yet. Oh, I love it. Darkstar stream was hilarious. I did spam. I didn't get any notifications about that, and I know I'm subscribed to her channel. Sounds like I missed some good chaos. Look, more people from September Spice. Therefore. Yeah, I've accidentally got Spice. I'm kind of pissed about. It was just supposed to be, sassy. Not, ooh, I'm a, give him a special job later. He gave me pancakes and ooh, I like his joystick. Which no one's does no one know that he's hosting, Spicy September? And which books is he gonna claim that you made him read? And which ones are you actually making him read? I had my spice for the decade with Ikatar. I like it. Well, the decade's only half over. Maybe Akatar Book 2 will be my read for it. They've shoved her down a dark and spicy path. We discussed Unhinged. And none of us will ever look at Doors the same. And I blame Dave and Olive for that, because I know they talked about it first. So I think somebody put them onto it too. Oh, and so much Chug Tingle. Well, I mean, with a name like that, you kind of got to go that way. Oh, jeez. He was at the 1 o'clock surprise. Yeah, I didn't get any 1 o'clock notifications. What the hex? What did happen at 1 o'clock? I have no notifications. The one I got was from, Witchy doing a video. Noah arrived at mine, and then I sent Elaine a pic of him on his knees. Oh, gee. Oh, poor Noah. And if he's here, he's being a lurker, so he's gonna have to get his butt on here and defend himself. Was it a guy friend or a girlfriend that he was kneeling before? Also, I have broken his next D&D game before. What did you do, Van? Quit breaking that poor boy. It was Barney the dinosaur. Oh, that just sounds even worse. He was kneeling for the dinosaur. Oh, and it might be non-violent, but that's not pacifist. That's just passive aggressive. That's the how do I stay out of jail aggressive. And be glad that, most managers can't read, especially faces. That's what happened to me. Oh, poor purple-haired giant. Silly Barney. Is there any kind of smut that he hasn't read? Yeah. Noah likes to pretend that he's innocent and keep most of his reads off Goodreads. We're on to him by now. He thinks he's so sneaky. Maybe he's worried his crap family will see it, but they can see it. Their opinions don't matter. I don't think that exists. If it's wholesome, then it's not smutty. Because it's innocent. He doesn't read wholesome. He reads fae and other, creatures. And it's still not wholesome just because there's a little mush thrown in with your smut. It's still smut that defeats the purpose of, wholesome. You're supposed to be romantic so that you get the smut. Or, apparently, here's some pancakes. What was most smut is just smut and no romance. Either way, if I want to do it, I will. I don't need to read about it. And romance is gross. We don't do romance in this house. Though Chinese food and breakfast are always welcome. Or hot wings. There was no Barney in the picture I got. What did you send me? What were you sending, Van? That's the guy's name. I keep wanting him to be a dude in a costume, which I'm not sure if that makes it better or worse. Because you taught him or told him to go and do it. Am I right? Mr. I'm never bad. You just start it and then incentivize continuing. Considering a lot of folks put, hot sauce on their breakfast burrito, either way, you're getting some spice, and coffee's gross. Yeah. I can't even say nothing because, yeah. I've had little kids come up to me probably like, you look old enough, but you're short enough to be, not intimidating. Stop acting like I'm an adult and asking me for help. Wait, what was your kid doing to Noah? You need a new potion. It's coffee. Yuck. Gross. Even when I could have caffeine, I still didn't drink coffee. If you can taste the coffee, you did it wrong. There's supposed to be like that much coffee in there, and then the rest is sugar, creamer, and flavoring. Just being generally hyperactively violent, punctuated by games of chess, plants versus zombies. Did you at least give him something nice to beat him with, or was he actually, beating him? Because you gotta get like the pool noodles and stuff. Coffee is the flavoring. Once again, gross. Because we actually have hot days. Like, it was 80 degrees today. Y'all would have died. You don't drink hot drinks when it's hot out. Hi, Leslie. How are you? Hopefully the rest of your work shift goes by quickly. You're not supposed to have him actually hitting Noah. You're supposed to beat him with soft things. Like, get the dog toy or something. And then you get taken out by the dog who's going, ooh, squeaker. No, that's how you overheat and heat stroke. Y'all's version of hot and American hot are very, very different. You don't drink freezing cold when it's 100 degrees out. If you're actually in the 100 degrees. But no, you don't drink hot when it's hot. That's just, no. Y'all are spoiled with your not hot weather. He fell asleep and nearly ended up with a burn. So basically, y'all were drunk frat boys, and he was, the idiot sleeping victim that can't handle his, drink. No, I have had drinks that were not cool enough on hot days. No. That's how you end up with hypothermia. You need the drink to warm up from the inside out. It works well. And plus, you get to hold a hot drink. So, your hands warm up instead of getting stuck to something. Yes, I'm American. I'm still not going to go lick the, frozen pole in winter. I think you're trying to pull one on me, Elaine. Hey, William. How are you tonight? They're trying to get me to start, chugging soup when it's 90 degrees out. If that thing is frozen and to the point that I need permission, we're just leaving him in the ground. No. If it's frozen or you get stuck to it, it's not wanted. It can thaw its own self out. I will not partake. But hey, licking the cold door is kind of like a cold drink in the winter. How are you? Oh yeah, how many times have you gotten him to lick a frozen pole? Oh, hopefully he gets more than decent. Morning where just woke up from a dream, I remember. I'll have to write it down and have someone interpret it later. Nice. I almost never remember what I dream. Or even if I dream. What is everyone reading? I love it. Hey, we usually get at least one sprint in. Yeah, if there's not much chaos, we even do two. Yes, you are. Someone has to be the adult, and that is you. Because we all know it's not Noah. I have Paladin's Grace by T. Kingfisher on audio and an arc called Icarus Flight to start. Nice. That sounds like it's like based on some game of some sort. Yeah. And Elaine's been chaosy. Quarter. And apparently, we really need to work on teaching people Disney. They were missing the Mulan and Aladdin references yesterday. I love how Gareth was like, yeah, I'll make a man how to use my favorite song from Mulan. And then me and Margaret were quoting it, and it was going right over his head. Queen of the Damned. Wow. So you really did tear through it, because I know you had about 100 pages left yesterday, too. Mostly. I have no idea what it is, to be frank, but it was free, and it's the only arc I have due to review soon. Nice. Hey, Jack, how are you? I'd be surprised, but, it's you. Noah really needs to step it up and fix you a little bit. Like, how do you have kids and you don't know any of these movies? And you were a kid when that one came out, because we're close enough to the same age. You should have seen that one. It was a 90s movie. After ratting me to the YouTube police. But they don't know about this channel. I'm gonna try to grab a book. Good luck. More chaos. Yeah, but it was a reread from another month. Queen. I feel like the last, bunch of pages I've read was from I swear there's going, here's the outline of Blood and Gold. I'm not sure if it ever actually gets back to Lestat. This is really weird. I'm hoping we get onto something that isn't just Marius. I'm on 479 out of 550. But I'm starting to skim. I'm like, this is just the outline for Blood and Gold. I don't need it. Is the honor on your YouTube police are coming to handcuff me. Run! They can't get you. They gotta get through the screen first. From Sci-Fi Jet. But why is the rum gone? Because Jack drank it. Nope, none of us are. We're all broke. That's what sugar daddies are for. I can distract the cops if you break him out. Nice. With the proper application of leverage, Oh, no, I just see that scene of like, if these bars weren't here, I'd have you already. And the dad's just freaking out. I'll need a roast chicken and a few donuts. Well, that's a much easier way of doing it. I guess what the donuts are for. Just grab them, run, jump, make sure you get those wings spread really, really well. We can get Elaine in on it with her, dragon. Use the tail for a little bit of direction. With a lot of hassle. Unless you get those creepy ones that have the flap in the back. Jack, and we're not drinking. Can you imagine us? I already lack a filter. I don't need any help. Drinking for me was kind of good because then, I only got a half hour to be a pain in the butt because then I'm going to fall asleep unless someone pisses me off. And then it's go down time. Let's throw down. Yeah, that's why I used to. And now it's not even the alcohol, it's the sugar in it that gets me. I get a shot, I'm not the least bit buzzed, but I already have the freaking headache. I'm not sleepy, I'm not giggly, but I have a headache and it's already pissing me off. Ooh, you gonna shake that tail, Elaine? Shake it, shake it, shake it. We'll see. Now you're just giving Elaine ideas. Now she's gonna have to tag you or somebody. Even I cannot compete with the Scottish. There's jokes on you. I got Scottish on both sides of my family. I unfortunately also have diabetes on both sides of the family. So the sugar that makes it alcohol kicks my butt before the actual alcohol does. Headaches and muscle spasms make it really hard. Shouldn't have told on himself. Now he's dead for. Ooh, story time. We require details. I had an almost entire night on Jaeger and still wound himself. The Jaeger does make a good redheaded slut. And no, I'm not talking about me. And did you open the bottle? No story time, but oh, that doesn't sound like a good date. I'm guessing y'all went to the beach or something else way into our sunlight. But did y'all try to have a romantic walk on the beach? Join the club. Hopefully, the rest of it was good besides the sunburn part. I drank twice the rest of the group, the lightweights that they were. It's a very evil thing that tries to come for me all the time. They're trying to get me to spontaneously combust. I get about 10 minutes of sun-ish time a day. Anything more than that, psh, you done lost your mind. You think I'm going outside. But most of my sunlight is I ran from the car to the building, or I was looking out my window. I've actually gotten burned sitting in the car on long drives. Another reason I want to go to Scotland. It is safe for my people. I used to have some vampire fangs too. They're kind of good. Mhm. The sun is rude. I try to give it flowers and it overdoes it and goes, nope, I'm going to burn them. They don't make sunscreen strong enough for actual redheads. We are not meant for this crap. Though I did finally find sunscreen for my face that was not overly expensive, but it's also only 50 SPF. So, you know, I'll still get burned with a hat on if I'm out for very long. Manchester was typical Northwest today. Rain. Yeah, that's supposed to be the rest of my weekend. I'm like, hey, it'll be cloudy enough that I can do stuff, but it's never supposed to stop raining until like sometime Monday. For shame. When is it this year? I have your email now. I can send you an email and get your butt to that festival. As if you need help getting more books. It does help that I am less popular than them. Like, yeah. Them less than 10 folks is all right, it's time to wrap it out. Whereas I'm like, oh my god, I almost got 10 people in my chat. I'm like, oh, how dare you talk to the guests and spam the side of it. I'll catch up to you later, hun. Always gotta use the sunscreen if you're gonna be out more than a few minutes. Van instigates, and then Jenny takes it and runs. Though Elaine likes to help. Ooh, yeah. I would be doomed, though I also don't go outside much. Usually about 3 times a year I go out where I'm going to be outside long enough that I need it. Luckily, he's an introvert. Yeah, but I want to pet all the animals. So, yeah, I got to go to the petting zoo. Because I don't have the donkey. And I almost took the Bambi home. Is that what Noah told you earlier? Been a good boy, Van. Over 13 yesterday was a big deal and not even the gutter queen. Mostly. Occasionally. Mm-hmm. Who started the spam sessions? I had to hop on early. Rude. Pretty sure he has lots of opinions on whether or not you're a good boy or daddy. We get blamed for everything, but then Gareth is the one talking about, polls and things being thick and girthy and rubbing. The usual. That's why we usually don't get a sprint going until about 6 o'clock. And then I might get one again at 7. And usually I try to do those and they, distract me. If I don't look up every 3 minutes, there's a nice flood. Yup. No, I'm surprised it's them and not in one of Van and Noah's sprints. But it was one of their chats that we got our chaos going. And now they just see us and go, oh crap, the chaos. I'm sure he does. And people tell me, and then he gets very flustered when I ask. Mm-hmm. We need everybody doing sprints so we can keep all of our chaos going. Mm-hmm. I promise if you ever do one again, there will not be behaving. For totally innocent. It would have seemed innocent until you said that it was innocent. That I probably shouldn't mention that, yeah, this has settings where I can make it warm or do various massages. Because totally innocent. I accept being a bad influence. I was told I was useless, but now I am wonderfully chaotic. Oh, you're not useless, but you are wonderfully chaotic. Mm-hmm. Innocent. There is no innocence here. No, half the time he does not. No, on the other hand, you know, gets into his book, which is a big mistake, and then realizes what's going on. That's why you don't know that you're getting spammed and there's all the dirty, and some of it is aimed at you. I do baking live streams. I never have anyone be. Oh, one of these days I'm gonna have to do that just so I can teach, Van and Gareth what biscuits and gravy are. But I haven't been in the mood for it lately. The kitchen has been chaotic. Oh crap, he remembered something. Yes, I have. And then it turned into this whole chaos thing because the prick was spamming 30 words on here, and I couldn't click on him fast enough. So Elaine got banned, and neither StreamYard or YouTube would help me out. They would, no, you don't have anyone blocked or banned except for, yes, I freaking do. It was a whole big thing. I need to do the educating cat stream. Are you gonna, mispronounce cookies, Van? That's because baking is messy in our heads and out. Well, I did make pizza dough last weekend. That was a whole chaotic stream. No, I have to bake a lot. I gotta make some banana bread tonight for my grandma's tomorrow. Ooh, I do love banana bread. I haven't had it in forever. I used to have a coworker whose last name was Baker, and she was a baker. And she made really good banana bread. Go for it. Though I doubt you'll do what that prick was doing. Like, he was just begging for it. He was spelling out racist terms and then thought he was cute. I also gotta make like 2. Ooh, what kind of cakes are you gonna make? I want to guest on my live stream, but I have not yet figured out how to get screenshot and edit. Mispronounced cookie says one who makes iced tea and coffee is a normal drink. and hot coffee is for the winter, or herbal tea in the winter, and then you have iced tea in fraps when it's, hot out the other 9 months out of the year. Or sometimes it's like 3 months, depends on, if Mother Nature is having hot flashes or not. I'll keep getting cookie confused and calling it biscuit. One One of these days you'll learn. If you use canvas screen capture and paste. Nice. Oh, nice. I bet she did make really good banana bread. I'm debating on a live stream today, but I'm slightly not wanting. Ooh, birthday cakes are awesome. Hey, if you're not in the mood, you're not in the mood. Don't force it. Oh no, I would freeze. Or my electric bill would be through the roof so that I did not freeze drinking cold tea. If on a computer, you can right-click on the image and save it on the computer. I imagine the really dry, little cake puckies so you can dip it into the tea and make it, not a crummy choke fest. So I have no idea what a tunnock is. Tunox? I have no idea. Can I not right-click and click screenshot and then possibly? Ooh, who's Chris? Carrot cake is about the only good way to eat carrots. Speaking of, I've got responsibilities, sadly. I must disappear into the void. Well, thank you for stopping in. Don't let the void take you too far. Hey, Vin, who's your daddy? I've seen some pictures of Samuel stuff, and it is dry. You're going to choke on that if you don't dip it something. Excuse you, Elaine? What? Not a shush? Bye, everyone. Have fun. And Chris is my colleague that made my massive B-Day carrot cake that I had on Elaine's stream. Nice. Tea cakes are moist. Nice. Choke on one. Well, Elaine, depends on your gag reflex. And now I'm just waiting for the person who is creeped out by the word moist, because I know at least two of them. Yeah, Tunnocks are a brand, basically a marshmallow dome covered with chocolate with a biscuitish base. Marshmallow, I like my Rice Krispie treats and the little dehydrated ones that you put in hot chocolate, but otherwise they make me nauseous. But we have something like that. It's called a snowball. You have a little cookie, or sometimes it's a cake with a big old mound of marshmallow, and then they dip it in a coconut. Glad I could amuse you. He used to be a chef. Still no idea why he works with us when he can cook and bake. Maybe he didn't have the capital to get a bakery going. After a guitar very low. If they got rid of all the, marshmallow snowballs might be good. Jenny, gotta schedule you for another one. Do they not have a base, or is it different? It has been a while since I had it. Yeah. What are your snowballs if there's no, biscuit? The literally just amount of like coated marshmallow. Nice. Are you as bad as Noah at responding to things? Though I ended up, Ven made me get a TikTok, and apparently that will get Noah's attention. Am I gonna have to find you on TikTok? Or I just share a lot of people with bad attitude and animals. Mostly cats being assholes. Because, cats. Well, thanks for stopping in and joining the chaos. Hopefully your burn heals up soon and you've got some aloe vera. Good luck with that second date. May have lots of less sunburn. TikTok does pretty good at getting back to me. It only takes like a day or two as opposed to email him and it might be 3 weeks. What? That is a very different snowball. He is, but nobody else knows I'm on it. Or at least I haven't added anybody on it. It's his fault. He was sending me links and I had to download it to see what he was sending me. And then I deleted it and then he sent me more. I'm like, fine, now it's just on there. But I refuse to actually like post anything. Go homepage. Oh, somehow it knew that I liked these. Not just on camera. JB likes to hop up on the edge of the counter and he's like, hey, here's my butt. Oh, Jenny. Do I even want to know? Wait, the one I sent you or the one Jenny sent you? This is apparently all dirty. Mine is story time and animals. Much cleaner than my YouTube with all the chaos. So interesting thing. I posted one thing on TikTok and one on YouTube Shorts, and I got 10 times the views on TikTok. That sounds about right. Mine is gonna go, we're mad at you for talking about this other people on here. But who cares? I'm gonna get in trouble on YouTube for talking about the other thing. And they're not gonna notice because, my channel's too dinky for that. Mine is mostly, I could be violent. Well, you see what mine is because I send you most of them. I'm like, oh, this one made me laugh. Here you go. Or, oh, this one's cute. Here you go. Dark humor and innuendo? So not like you, Jenny. Now, did you type that with a straight face, Elaine? Inquiring minds want to know. Nope, not at all. So we got a couple of liars on here. That is a skill that you did on the straight face. Oh, and monster mixed with insert random food stuff. Oh, like that gross one you sent me where he tried to make monster toothpaste. You know, he's like, oh, this can have a laxative effect. Oh, laxatives kicked in. Which, I'm not gonna lie, gave me an idea, but I don't want to mess up my cookies. Where are you inserting foodstuffs? I love how everyone's questions. What are you doing with the food? Where are you putting it? To be fair, around here, that is a valid question. Like, did you read something and get an idea? Plus, none of us are innocent. We all know food and things can sometimes go together. Or according to my book, food is the reason you get the other thing. Into the blender. Oh, you mean Craig, not Craig. It was not my video. I don't want poisoning. Remember when we were children and made weird mixtures? Well, sometimes with like the soda fountains, you still do. So not banana, but like, wait, what? I have questions. I have not heard about Chris Evans put anything weird places. But I would not have any problems climbing him and letting him put things places. I still do. Yeah, I like to like experiment with my smoothie flavorings. Usually it goes well. I keep getting the chicken banana sauce. Chicken. There's the peanut butter jelly song where they're dressed up like a banana, but chicken banana's a new one. You got to get creative with your drinks. Sometimes they're bad, usually they're good. And then I get bored with the normal cookie flavors and I got to experiment with those too. And my coworkers are my guinea pigs. The eggnog ones don't always turn out. What if literally banana butt hoping up? Oh wow. My son took an egg, cracked it open, and mixed it with the squirt of shit. I hope he did not taste that. Though I don't. Is he making like a weird hair concoction? Because, around here, like, kids are gross, and there's always one that comes to school with lice and gives it to everyone else. And then you end up with a head full of mayonnaise to kill it all. Otherwise, ooh. Oh my goodness. Nurses in schools? Where do you think I live? They don't even like teachers or, books in schools here. And they don't like you going to the doctor as an adult either, because can't nobody afford that. We have here's a, like, Band-Aid if you actually, get injured, and like, here's this, we're gonna call your mom to take you and deal with this. Like, I got stung by a bee and they gave me an ice pack to deal with this, swollen closed eyeball and called my mom. No. And now it probably would not be allowed because, oh my God, vaccines are evil. But I remember we got our MMR shots. Like they had for one day, they had somebody come from like a nearby hospital. And if you parents signed the permission slip, you got your shot at school. And that was it. I think he was just curious. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm probably going to get, deported for saying it, but duh, we have, Orange, Menace and the people that think he's doing a good job until it bites them, and they're the ones getting deported and losing their farms. My kid had an accident at school once, didn't get sent home or contact us. He needed stitches when he came out of the school. Jeez. What the heck happened? Will be a rainbow potion, something slimy or cookie dough. Not nurses in schools here either. Staff have to do lice checks. Yeah, it's more of a no, we don't even do staff of, hey, somebody admits that, oops, I sent my gross kid to school, and then a letter gets sent out of, hey, check your kids when they get home. And, fix them before you send them back. He fell over and tore a hole in his. Ow. That's like the one time that I had stitches. I was little and I was all excited running to the car because we were going to the zoo, and I tripped and fell, and instead I got to get stitches in my lip instead of, going to the zoo, and I was pissed. It was before even moving to Georgia, so I was like 4 at most. So pissed. I was not nice to that poor doctor. Those are the only stitches I've ever had. They said they looked at it and it looked fine. I was dispatched by the ex-wife to have a conversation with the head teacher about how communication works. Nice. Was she already the ex-wife at the time? Good. I don't feel like dealing with it. It's your problem. Dirty. That is weird. It must not be that clean, because otherwise you get rid of the lice. Childhood head injuries? What did you do, Jenny? So to be fair, I did get knocked out rollerblading once. I was going downhill into a turn, and I got a pebble in my wheels and fell and conked my head. It only knocked me out for a few minutes because, it's pretty sturdy. Mine is just genetics. We're just all messed up. And the world did not help. I mean, that is how I got a tooth knocked out, was playing with my brothers and took a baseball to the face. But I didn't get head injuries. There was threatenings of other kind of violence. And tried to saw off my foot. She was, but if there's ever a problem with school doctors, I get sent to have a conversation. Which is weird, because usually I'm going mama bear and scaring the crap out of them. Like, all right, you can threaten them at home and do the discipline. It's in public. Mama's gonna hurt somebody. I was in my 30s before I had to have stitches for anything. A horse tore my hand open when I was trying to catch it. Yeah. I've been near horses at petting zoos. They're expensive here. You have to like inherit horses. Or, be crooked. Jenny, you and my hubby could be pals. He has several, one with a hay fork. Oh, jeez. Needless to say, I caught him. You were just angry. Then, oh, you're going to cut me open? Come here. Oh, jeez. Well, don't jinx it. Soccer? What? You forget that you got stitches when you were young playing soccer. Oh. I only had stitches after mole removal surgeries. That ties into why I put on sunscreen. Ah. I just have the one that I was born with. Like, we could remove it, but it'll hurt and it ain't gonna hurt her, so they just left it. It hasn't spread anywhere, has it? Or you, is that something you have to regularly get checked now? No broken bones or stitches, but my dad twisted his ankle trying to teach me jumping off a moving. I don't know if he was teaching you not to do something dangerous, so he got hurt. No, that's good. Hopefully they all were, benign and just to be safe removal. Fingers crossed, no more. The sunscreen needs to do its job. Did you pick up some good stuff when you went to Thailand, or do they, have some really good sunscreen? Make sure you don't get any more issues with all your time outside. Yeah, I left him too. Plus, I kept jumping off the wagon and climbing trees. I don't know about jumping off the wagon, but I mean, climb the trees so long as you don't go way up to the top where the limbs are really thin. I didn't do a lot of dangerous. I was more just dirty and violent. So I guess, little girls going off by themselves is kind of dangerous, but the activities themselves, if the world didn't suck, wouldn't have been that dangerous. Yeah, but if you climb the correct tree, it's not too bad. Like, Grandma had a ginormous magnolia that it went up about as tall as me and then, like, split so you could climb all over it and still be in the shade. Those things have leaves that are, like, way bigger than my hand, and they're just thick and dense. So you climb the tree, and you're just climbing up the inside of it. No light's gonna get you. I used to play in her yard, or we'd go and roll down the hill and do cartwheels outside. But only for a little bit at a time. Or we do, like, she had a little croquet set. I was dumb as a kid. I got sunburned because I had friends that didn't burn. So they wanted to play outside. I'm like, these are my friends and it looks fun. So I'd play. And then I'd get aloe vera because, the sunscreen was not enough. And then I hit my like almost teens and stopped being stupid. Or we'd go down to the park, play on the playground, and end up in the woods by the creek. Again, no shade, but also probably not a good idea. Little girls playing in the woods by themselves. Even if the park was just, down at the end of the block. It was a big park that took up several acres. And it was not blocked off. Anybody could just walk in. Let me see. Shall we, attempt our first reading sprint that we all know isn't going to get much reading done and see who wants to come hopping in? I'll go. We'll pretend. Uh-huh. Sleepless child is likely to wake up early again. Good luck. Hopefully they sleep in. Have a good night. Do I have to? No, you don't. We don't expect it. I love that. Have a good attempt at reading. I don't think you know how. She really does it. Night. Let the puppies in if they want to come in. But I'll try to get through this sprint. If I don't chat when it's over, then I fell asleep reading. So if there's no chaos, she knocked out trying to support the chaos. So we'll say goodnight in case you do fall asleep. I can't even blame it on human children. Franny wakes me up early. She's like, oh, day off? I don't think so, bish. I want some food, and then it's my nap time. Oscar, who are you yelling at? Don't encourage him. Oscar, don't you do it. I'm gonna bite you. Oscar. Franny, don't encourage him. But come here, Big Big. No. Yeah, I'm not falling for that. You've been doing it all day. And then swinging. Mm-hmm. Got a knocked out Franny. Like, rub my... Never mind. She loves that spot. We got her a coolie mat, and she won't flip and use it. She will accidentally, like, rest her head or elbows on it. But she's knocked out. Her eyes are closed and everything. I think she likes that it's cool in here, but even though she's on the floor, she has 2 piles of memory foam underneath her. So it's nice and soft while still being cold. So I finally got back to Lestat. I'm on the epilogue. So I really would. They could have shortened this and just gone, hey, Maurice told me all this stuff that I'm not supposed to tell, and then I did this. Because they've already given away like half of book 7. How far did you get in yours, Elaine? Are you liking the start of Queen of the Damned? $19 pages. Nice. I was on 79. So I got about 22, so not too much farther. But, yeah. I got about 50-ish pages. So far, I forgot this one, all the other vampires. Yeah, I remember struggling with the various points of view from all the other ones. I think it's the only one that I've only read once. The others I've at least read twice. But last time I tried to do a reread, I skipped it. I'm like, nope, I struggle with this, which is I think why I liked the movie, because I'm like, hey, I can follow it, I can watch it. But you're right, a lot of it is definitely, yeah, Lestat. It's his time with Marius. So it does have a good focus on Akasha, so maybe that's why they called it Queen of the Damned, even though it's not that book. It's kind of a split focus between the two, and their chaos together. And I guess Jenny realized she was falling asleep and just went, peace, I'm out of here. Making notes in the books. You're gonna upset Noah. You little book murderer. There, so it doesn't fall. Oscar. The neighbors are foolishly having company again. Why they do something like that, I don't know. It's, peoply. But he doesn't look like their other cars that are partially in our front of our driveway. Movie's more Lestat so far. Finally, Talamasca's coming. Like, they parked in front of my yard where I can see them. No. So honestly, I'm surprised he hasn't been cussing all day, because there's been a car parked across the street. Like, it's not in a driveway. I can see it. That means there's a person. But he has been out back a lot as I do my little, 5 minutes. Okay, I'm going to plant, these 3 things. All right, now I'm going to plant that one. Now I'm going to, do a little bit of this. So I got a couple petunias and a cayenne plant in the ground and a slight bit of weeding. I'm hoping to resuscitate my little blue flowers. So I brought them home and they were super pretty. And then they were literally flying off the shelves because it was so windy, so they had to go in the garage and didn't fit well under the grow light. So shrivel. But they're trying to come back. And then tomorrow's the book sale. Yeah, I've been looking and it is freezing. It looks like it might snow in your area again. Of course, again, the weathermen are always wrong. So if it says it's going to snow, it probably won't. I was like, I put y'all and put Manchester for general area of Noah and Van. But, what's going on in their area? You can put all the various locations in the weather app. And, ooh. I'm I'm excited. Only $2 for a whole bag. Now, whether I will fill it up or if it's basically all the same stuff that they had last time with not much new, who knows? Like, So there were a couple murder mysteries that I was thinking about giving a try, so they might end up tossed in the bag. If they're still there. Not that I need any more books. I've only got like 124 to go that I haven't read. Ooh, hanging out with Lily. She demanding her belly rubs. And some, hey, stop doing this and scratch my head. Your version of mild and America's version of mild are not the same. It's like, you're what I would consider freezing right now. To get in just the right spot to balance it or it squeaks. Better than me. I'm around 300 or so. Need to count at some point. Well, thankfully, we're not talking Kindle. If I included my ebooks, I might be closer to like 1,000. But those are just preparing for if I get to retire before my funeral. And then I can make the font really big. The UK's heat wave is this is a comfy, this is actually a cold spring day. And y'all are going, I'm dying. And then there's you over here going, oh yeah, open the windows. That's coat wearing weather. Y'all Canadians are built different for the cold. And the UK can't hack it with the heat. Yeah, I could drink a hot drink in y'all's heat wave if it was only in the 60s. I'm not drinking hot when it's 100 out. Lily gets irritated when I make videos. She wants attention. That's when you gotta get a little tripod and just point it at her so you can pet her while she's getting recorded going, look how cute I am. She won't know she's on camera. Except for that she's an animal and they have an uncanny sense of, I'm doing something cute and you were gonna let there be evidence? Psh, no, I'm gonna stop. That's how I get JB to stop his sneezing fits. I try to catch it on camera so I can be like, oh, how cute, and laugh at it later. You might get like one sneeze left as soon as I hit record. You were doing this for like a minute straight. Stopped immediately. He's got like 3 sneezes. Got him. Nope. Done. Like, doesn't matter. The second I hit record, he no longer has a cute sneezing fit. But head. Sneaky animals. Maybe that's what I need to do next time Little Man has a seizure. I'll record him and then he'll stop. Oh, there can't be evidence of my weakness. It was hilarious when I was in England. December, I had a light jacket and warm. They had big winter coats and gloves. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I'm from the South. 75 is kill me now because of all the humidity. And then you see other folks, it's like, it's the desert. 75 degrees is cold. And then, like, at work, I have a guy that, he's from California desert. So, we're all in shorts and sweating like pigs, and he's still got his hoodie on. It's only, 90 degrees in here. That's not that hot. What is you own? Tripod is yard work videos. Lily wanders by. She's the sneaky ghost in the background. Humidity is. I didn't know I could like not look electrocuted until I moved to the desert. You know, that 90 degrees isn't as bad, but that 75 is now cold instead of hot. I'd still be wearing a light jacket in, May. And the winters were freaking freezing. Like it says it's 40, but it's not 40. There's no humidity. That's more like 20. And that's some of the most snow I've ever had was in the desert. Like that is still weird to me. 6 years I lived there and just what the heck? You don't think of snow in the desert. But it was up over my knees on a regular basis. That's super dry. Do you have the Queen of the Damned movie, or are you going to have to find it online somewhere when you finish up and really compare the two? Regular winter here was snow up to my knees. This year beyond crazy. Oh, you got to be taller than Vin because all the snow. Looking down on the end. I had the movie. Nice. Do you actually have the popcorn? Because I keep meaning to get some and then forgetting. Gotta get my nice, super buttery, salty popcorn. And maybe some sour gummy worms. Proper movie fest. Have popcorn and a drink. But I can't really have the slushies. I got my iced tea made, so that's okay. Now, do you add extra like salt and butter to your popcorn, or do you just pop it and call it good? I need to get pictures this weekend for composition or for comparison of winter pictures and show that. Oh, jeez. That should be interesting. You've had a lot going on up there weather-wise. Microwave popcorn, then melt butter for extra. Same. Like it used to be good enough, and then I swear I don't think they use the same buttery thing anymore. Because now I find myself having to add extra and shake it up when it says it's movie theater butter. But then it does get it a little soggy. Better than Sue, her comment the other day, earthquakes. Oh, jeez. Mm-hmm. If California's not on fire, it's shaking. Or it's on fire because it was shaking. Here it's just, well, there's tornadoes or ice. And you have a slight warning about the tornado. Yep, gets soggy but still yummy. Mm-hmm. Or if you're really feeling fancy, you can get those like flavored shakers. It's like caramel and cheddar sounds gross, but he got for me. So I'm like, yeah, what the heck? I'll let him see me try it. It was surprisingly good. Yeah. Tornadoes suck. Thankfully, they haven't done more than, mess up the yard slightly. So one day I'll get the heck out of here. Find a place that the weather isn't crazy. Though I will miss the bunnies. Yeah, that's your other human. Oh, like I heard my human, but I'm comfy. Flop. Stretch and a flop. Silly Fin. Yeah. Oh, I don't believe you. Let's see. Let's see if we can get this. We've got a Fanny. JB is hiding under the bed. Because he wasn't in the living room. I think he got barked at and went, fine, I'm going to go nap under there. Oh, big bigs. He's decided he doesn't like it in here because he doesn't get to eat the plant. I catch him. He's like, if I don't get to eat the plants, I'm angry. Stop catching me being bad. Oh, big girl. Have a talk with your son about that. Stop eating the hibiscus. It's bad for him. Yeah. Mommy should be cruising. Mm-hmm. He's busy, on guard cussing out neighbors. Can we block that? There we go. The blinding whiteness. This is why I'm Casper, and I threaten to blind everyone at work. Uh-huh. Yeah. This is why you don't get belly rub. Stop punching people. He's nice and comfy on guard duty. Yeah. Can I get your cute little face though? Yeah. She's so sleepy. It's still trying to punch me. Stretchy. Hi. That's not nice. If you're gonna be punchy, I'm gonna go sit back in my chair. Mother flipper, that hurt. I lost half my baby toenail and I clipped it as tight as I could. And then I just brushed it along the floor and it pulled it some more. Ow. That's what I get for taking off my Band-Aid and letting the air out of it. Well. Oof. Yep. That bloodied it up again. Well, something to take care of after the sprint. We'll do one more sprint and I will go take care of that and let Franny do some sleeping. Woo! Jeez. Graham. No, man. What are you doing, no, man? Hello. He's a good boy. Did you only want attention when I'm doing that, huh? You only want attention. Mama came out to get a Band-Aid. Come here. Oh, Mama. Now I want to go very bold. I went to get my Band-Aid and he was like, oh, well, if you're going in the punishment room for the clippers, I'm out here. He's a lazy boy. And then it's, I start doing this and he's like, Mama, now that you're intentionally not paying attention to me, now I want attention. When you want cuddles, it's a no. But when cuddles aren't an option, I want them. Silly little boy. Now he's outside birdie bowling because his other human came in. And there was a pile of them because they got suckered into getting some more food. Mm-hmm. It will be. It's just like the way my baby toe grows, if it even like actually reaches the edge of my toe where I could clip it, it gets very soft and like the least little thing will bend it back. And I snapped most of it last weekend. So I clipped it to where I could, easily clip it. And I made the mistake of letting it air out. So I didn't, want to have a Band-Aid on it all the time. But when I stepped up, it's like, oh, you only clipped half of what broke because it was still stiff and kind of against my toe. So now it's just half. But weirdly enough, it doesn't have that below the quick pain. It's just the ow crap when it does it. And then, keeping it safe enough so that it doesn't get infected from exposed to the air till the nail grows back. And it's only the baby toes that do it, and they don't hurt except for in that, couple minutes. But it's not good to have half your toenail bed exposed. So, hopefully it will grow back soon because I'm getting tired of the band-aids. That's what I get for having a toe that turns sideways. Thankfully, it wasn't an actual fingernail. That one hurts. Mommy cruising by, Franny looked up. Franny's, she's a weird one. She's very lazy, so is he. But he was being a bad big brother yesterday. She got too playful and landed wrong and, yelped that she hurt her paw, and he didn't even come check on her. He was just like, hey, you're getting attention for hurting yourself. I want attention. If JB sneezes or little man yelps or has his seizures, she is all up on him, worried about him, even after they're all better. He's just like, nope, I'm not paying attention to you being a bad big brother. She's abusive, but she's sweet with her abuse. Hello, my little birdie chaser. Yeah, me, my little birdie chaser. That refuses to get on the chair. Instead, I'm gonna take somebody out. Give kisses so aggressive they fall over. Yeah. Good boy. Oh, watch your head, little man. Spin him here. Well, you could have snuggles. You could get up in the chair and snuggle. No. Only did that once to show JB who's mama. Boy, all day you could have snuggled. You didn't want it. Now you want snuggles only because you didn't get them. I'm on you. You really are part cat. I only want it when I can't have it. Oh. That's great. Bless you. Okay. Do I need to pick you up and put you in the chair? No, that's abuse. Rascal. I know what you're gonna do. I gotta. We're all doomed. Little man has a toy. Nope. Get your brothers. Get your butt in here. You get in the chair, you'll be taller than your sister.
give up on playing this game.
Good big bitch.
Throws it around too much. I gotta get the perfect grip on.
He's like, ah, you do this. He's not so bad. Yes, it is. That's the worst thing that's ever happened. Oh, little man. Were you confused, Fanny? Did your brother have a toy and leave? You heavy breather. Fran, don't be gross. Okay, bye, little man. Leaving me? Fine. They all came and they all abandoned me. Well, they were playing in the hall, but not the way she wanted. He was just shaking his toys, threatening everybody. And she's like, I was gonna grab it and make new toys. That he was given aggressive because it didn't look like he knocked him. He's like, oh, you sat down almost to pet me? Hi. Throw all 26 pounds at you. Silly babies. Where did it go? Excuse me. Excuse me. And all the birds go. Did you get your notes all done? Get a little bit more reading? Almost finished. He's done his rocker thing. Just got to Akasha with Marius. Nice. She just told him to wake his butt up and climb out of the dirt here. I don't remember Armand being such a prick. It's like, oh, yeah. In Louis' story, yeah, they killed Claudia because she was a child, and that's against the rules. Plus, killed her maker. And here it's just, well, I just wanted an excuse to hurt you because you didn't want me, so. Armand is kind of, yeah, he sucks. Admittedly, he was a molested Russian teenager, become vampire, but still, he kind of sucks. Maybe he'll try to, make a little name for himself when we get to his book. Because he definitely was not Antonio Banderas. He was a, 16, 17-year-old, messed up Russian artist. May finished this week. Lots of reads planned for May, so getting ahead. Nice. I'm very behind on what I'd planned for this month because, well, this has taken 2 weeks and I'm still not quite done. And it's not that long, but it's also very slow character driven. I remember loving the series. Now I'm going back and reading going, I want to smack them all. And I think it didn't bother me that Marius' story was in this the first time because, well, Marius didn't have a book yet. Now it's like, you just told us a good chunk of his book. And Armand was just a whiny brat. That's why Pandora was definitely my favorite until they, rewrote her for the last 3 books. She was, I will fight you. And yet she doesn't actually get her own story in this one. She only gets a book in the side chronicles. We only get her through others, mostly Marius, who was like, ugh, why are women fighting me and having opinions? Even though I wanted somebody with an opinion. Too bad Gabrielle doesn't get her own book. She might have some fun. Huh. Brandy's over here falling asleep again. Which I'm kind of surprised I'm not getting cussed out and beat up. Going, it's almost that time, Mama. You just like that spot on the floor so much. Yes, I'd leave it open, but your son can't be trusted. So far this month, only on book 4, way behind on books completed. Could be the difference. First time we're in other books in the series. It was all new. It wasn't essentially spoiling anything because there was nothing to spoil. But now we know. So I do like the little nod to Ramsey's. His book was really good. It has freaking nothing to do with these. And there is no mention of these, any vampires in his story. But Ramses the Damned was a good one. The sequel with Cleopatra, not so much. Our kids headed to the kitchen, Dad getting their bedtime snack. They get their first one, their, wet food appetizer at 8, and then their kibble at 9. But much like everything else, usually it's, I wanted to early. I swear I'm not an hour early. I never read Ramses. It's a pretty good one because it's basically, it's The Mummy or Ramses the Damned. It gets 2 titles. But it's kind of a, hey, they found my mummy and, oh, crap, he's alive. So you just get these, rich, old aristocratic types. They're like, oh, I got this mummy in my house for decoration. And suddenly, stuff's happening. That mummy's alive. But we can't be telling people that he used to be a mummy. He's all super powerful and protective of this chick. It's a dark, mysterious type. But kind of cool. And then I don't think she wrote the sequel. I think she had an outline and her son actually wrote it. And they just made Cleopatra just kind of whiny. Very hit or miss. And I was so excited about it too, because I love Ramses, and like y'all waited like 20 years in between. How long did they go between those two? Now I'm curious. Oof. Yeah, from 2004, and then the sequel in 2017. Oh, and I guess there was a third one that I never bothered to pick up in 2022. The Reign of Osiris. Ooh. I might have to check that one out of the library, but definitely not buying it after the disappointment of the last one. Well, figure somewhere in there she also went on her, religious kick. So, because there's also a long time between, when they did, I think it was Blood Communion, and then back to, Vampire Lestat. Prince Lestat. Okay. No, my library doesn't have that one. So, oh well, guess I won't be reading that one. Unless it just happens to be at the book sale tomorrow. How's your tooth feeling today? Is it better now that you've had a nice, sleep and another day of meds? Or are you still having to eat cheesy eggs? Oh, yay! You never guess I napped all day because it was trying to sunburn me, and then it was like, we're gonna rain. Just kidding, overcast. So I took like a nice 2.5 hour nap, and Franny kept waking me up, lying about it being time for a treat. I'm glad you're feeling better. We'll have to figure out when we can have another little virtual tea now that you're able to talk. And then figure out when we want to do a little get together over all of our Anne Rice readings. I think there's 13 and then those two. But yeah, every 3 months will give us a nice little segment to talk about to get through all of them. We'll be all set all the way into next year. Let's see which ones we like. You're probably getting on ready for, snackage and dinner. And I know this one is going to. She's like, I heard the D word, Mama. She can't figure out if she wants to sleep or cuss me out and punch me. So I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a night a couple minutes early and get everybody fed. But thank you so much for hanging out with us. The pups like making an appearance and having me read the comments about folks cooing over them. Oh, sleepy girl. I think she's comfy. Night. I'll probably send you an email or something tomorrow. Because I know I'm going to have a post of, look what I found. Night. Take care. Feel better.